Just because you're disabled doesn't mean you're defenseless. Hi everyone, it's John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Kansas City, Missouri. Shows us a good Samaritan on a bus here who is going to step in and save a bus driver and teach us some important lessons about being a good Samaritan and when you're willing to step in, which is a very personal decision. Secondly, using whatever tools you have available to you. And finally, and I think most importantly, that being disabled doesn't make you defenseless. Guy in the middle of the screen standing up here is our attacker, and he's going to come up to the front of the bus and just attack the bus driver. You know, she's on the phone there. She's on her radio trying to get some help her way. If you go read the news story in the description, he's going to get her in a chokehold here, get around her. And this guy who's on the bus, who's an older gentleman who has a cane, is just going to sacrifice that cane and use it very effectively and just beat the tar out of this guy. Hits him 5 or 6 times with it. Thankfully gets him off the bus driver, and now it's gone forward a little bit. They didn't release the interim footage. But now this guy is at least off the bus, won't go back in the bus, and the police show up, and then they're going to direct him to this guy. He's arrested, and it's over. Let's think about some lessons out of this one. As always, there's 8 lessons on our website, links to more information there, and there's a link to that in the description. But I want you to pay attention here. This guy's not giving a whole lot of pre-attack cues, but everybody's paying attention to him. And when he decides to attack this lady, I want to think about this idea of getting both hands in the fight. You know, I know she wants to get some help coming her way, but you got to let that go. Let that thing go so that you can get both hands into the fight against a bad guy. And it's hard to do in the moment if you haven't trained in it, which is a great reason to go and get some good training. Now, as she's doing that, fighting from somebody who's got you from behind, knowing how to fight an attacker behind you is incredibly important. And I love how all 3 of these bystanders get in the fight. Usually all it takes is one person to break the bystander effect to be willing to get in there and protect somebody who needs it. And I just love that it's this older gentleman. He doesn't care that he needs a cane. He's going to use that cane in self-defense. His cane fu is strong. Hits that guy on the back once really good. Now use that sucker effectively. Know what the targets are that you can effectively attack with a cane. I think he did a good job of that, and you can kind of see there that it ruined his cane. And if you go read the follow-up news stories, there's some feel-good stories in there that you know, they replaced that and they gave him some bus passes and people took care of him, and that's really good. All in all, great job by the bystanders. Let's learn about protecting ourselves, especially with somebody attacking us from behind as defenders, so that we can better cover our asp.